Hey guys, I'm back. I had mentioned before in a previous video that I wasn't going to do a walkthrough of our new home, but I thought about it and I decided to go ahead and do so because you guys have stuck with me on our debt-free journey. And no, we're not totally out of debt, but we're going to make a lot of changes in our lives, and I figured, well, if I'm going to share our debt-free journey as far as paying our bills, I want to show you what we have been able to do while being on the journey. So this is our backyard, and when we bought this house, this backyard was pretty much trash. It's not completely fixed up yet, but we've made a lot of progress as far as cleaning. And so I'm just going to take you around the property, and just to let you know, this back fence back here, that's not the end of our property. Our property actually goes further back, but the previous owner, that's where they stopped their fencing. And if you can see, and I don't know if I can, if you zoom in without it getting blurry, so let me scoot back. Okay, that's better. If you see our neighbor's property here, that's how far back our property goes. So we actually own 1.22 acres. But like I said, the previous owner who originally bought this house, they cut their property there because, I mean, I'm pretty sure fencing is quite expensive. We do expect to expand the fence line, but currently we can't because we're still on the debt-free journey. But I'll do a little walkthrough. This is our windows to our living room, and they go up here. And let's see, the previous owners built this little, I guess it's like a little storage from our back doors. Those are the sliding doors. And actually they also put in a sink, but Max and Isabel is staying there because it's too small and it's too hot for us to do anything with it. But that's what we're using that. It's eventually going to get torn down because, and I'm going to show you, at some point we plan on, let me see if I can get it out of the glare. At some point we plan on doing this. So I apologize if there's glare. I don't normally film outside, so I do apologize for that. And right here across the fence is some wetlands that we own. We own maybe a quarter of that, and our neighbors own the other part. And when it rains, it gets so loud because the toads and the frogs start chirping. But here is our fire pit. The previous owner, they didn't use it as a fire pit, so that's why you don't see a bottom to it, a cement bottom. They actually have plants in it that we dug out. And when it gets cooler, an appropriate time for us to cement the bottom. For the winter, I'll let you guys, well, I'll probably film that so you can see how we're doing it, or how my husband does it, in case you're curious. And the previous owner, she planted quite a few fruit trees. And here's one of them, which is really healthy because it has quite a bit of these, and I can't, persimmons, I think is what they're called. But this one bears a lot of fruit on it. And then I believe this one here is a pear tree. I'm not really sure. It didn't bear any fruit this year. But we didn't move here until the end of the school year, which would be June 10th is when we actually officially moved in, because the kids were still in school. And then this is a pear tree, and I'm not really sure what kind of pear tree this is. But my husband ate one yesterday and it was really sweet. So that's one. And then this beauty here, I just got for my birthday. My mother-in-law paid a fellow at her job to make this for me. So that's why it's kind of bare. But isn't that gorgeous? So currently I'm on the hunt for bottles. But that's what let me get. Let me see if there we go. And that's how big it is. It's really cute. And then he added some of these diamond leaves on here. So, and actually when he made it, they all come in parts like a Christmas tree, an artificial Christmas tree. You can take all the branches down and stuff. So it's really pretty. And she brought this bottle, this beautiful blue bottle for me. And then here's another fruit tree. It's a persimmon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But as you can see, a lot of bugs got to this one. So we didn't really have enough time to do anything with them. But we do plan on fertilizing them for next year. And then this one didn't produce any fruit either. And I think this is a plum tree from, because she left oops, that fell off. The previous owner left some tags on here. And this is a Santa Rosa plum tree. So we'll have to do some research on how to take care of these. Because in our other house we had a pear tree and an apple tree, and they didn't really ever produce any fruit. But then again, we didn't really tend to them as much as we wanted to. And I think this is also a, let's see what it says. This is a pear tree as well, I believe. It's a Bartlett, yep, a Bartlett pear tree. And this is actually the same pear tree that we have at the other house that we are renting. And I'm not really sure what this tree is, because this also didn't bear any fruit. And I can't remember if we had figured out what this was. I think it's a persimmon. Yeah, it is. Because this is the only fruit on here. So this is, and here's another one here. So that's the same as the other two fruit trees. And then this is the last one. And my mother-in-law said that this was a blueberry tree. But I've never seen one this tall, because we used to pick blueberries at the other place. Because there's tons of blueberry farms. So I don't know if you're supposed to trim them or not, but we'll have to look into that. It's been so hot this summer that we really haven't been outside other than the beach. And then, like I said, this is our property line. And I don't think that the gate opens, or I can open the gate. So I apologize if I can't show you how far it goes. No, maybe. No, I can't, because I can't do this with one hand. But I'm going to show you back here. This is our property. All right here. So that's that. And then the house came with this little shed, and we have to cut all that stuff down. So the shed is big enough to hold our lawnmower and some tools. And then there's this big old stump that my husband's been working on getting rid of. So this is our property. This is our house. Eventually we're going to have this big pine tree taken down because it's a little too close to the house. And it gets pretty windy here sometimes. So we don't want it to fall on the house or anything, you know, when we have storms. And then this is the wetlands on this side, like I said before. So we have a pretty good distance from our neighbors on this side of the house. And we live on a cul-de-sac street, so that's very nice. But this is our house here. And then they used to have a garden here, but had a whole bunch of wood and lattice and stuff, but it was so rotten that we had to tear it down, and he didn't get done taking care of that spot there. And then we had the swimming pool up a little bit for the kids, because at our other house we had an above ground swimming pool and they were missing it. But it's not a very good spot to have it, and eventually we're going to throw that away. We've only had it for like 2 months, but it's already gotten a hole in it, and we patched it up with some duct tape. And we got to clear all that stuff out and clean. But it's been so hot, like it'll say it's 94 degrees, but the heat index is like 107, 110. So we haven't really been able to do anything outside during the day. But I wanted to show you our property in the back. Eventually I'll do little bits and pieces of tours in the house, like I mentioned before, when we're doing projects. Our first project is going to be the boys' bedroom, and I'll, you know, show you that in the future. I'm not really sure when that's going to start, because I'm also in the process of, well, I've been applying for jobs, so I'm not really sure how much I'll be able to do. I can't really put a schedule on my videos, even though I want to put out more for you guys, but we'll see. I mean, if this YouTube thing kicks off and I can make enough money to stay home, I would rather do that, but I don't know, we'll see. But that is our backyard, and like I said before, you guys have stuck with me this long for our debt-free journey, and I wanted to show you what we've been able to do since we've been on the journey. And this is our forever home, and we'll be doing some changes, and definitely a lot sooner than later if I get a job, if I get hired. So this would be a nice a before and after video as well for us and you guys. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do plan on doing some more videos for you as well, and like I said, I'm not sure if you know, if I get hired, I'll have time to do as many. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. You have a blessed day, and I will see you soon. Bye.